Tonight with President Biden before the American people late today with a sobering warning on Russia, saying a Russian attack in Ukraine remains a very real possibility. Tonight, Russia saying it has pulled some troops back from the border. President Biden saying today we've seen no proof of that. And President Biden speaking directly to the Russian people, saying we are not your enemy. Ukraine is not your enemy. We have no missiles in Ukraine. The president also sending a message to Vladimir Putin saying, make no mistake, the U.S. will defend every inch of NATO territory with everything it has. These are the images from the Russian Defense Ministry tonight that they claim shows Russian forces pulling back. But tonight, new satellite images from the past 48 hours showing increased activity among the 150,000 Russian forces near the Ukrainian border. And tonight, what President Biden wants the American people to be prepared for, the economic consequences here at home. And this evening here, what might an attack on Ukraine actually look like? We begin with ABC's Terry Moran in Ukraine.
Tonight, in plain, stark terms, President Biden warned that a Russian invasion of Ukraine is still a very real and very dire possibility. And this striking moment, the U.S. president speaking directly to the Russian people.
To the citizens of Russia, you are not our enemy. And I do not believe you want a bloody, destructive war against Ukraine.
Biden spoke a few hours after the Kremlin claimed some Russian troops are leaving their forward positions and returning to their bases after completing their military exercises. The Russian Defense Ministry releasing this video of tanks they say are being transported away from areas near Ukraine.
We have not yet verified the Russian military units are returning to their home bases.
ABC News has learned tonight that the U.S. government sees no evidence of a Russian withdrawal. In fact, the U.S. continues to see some Russian troops actually moving into forward firing positions. Those U.S. sources also believe that Vladimir Putin has told his military to be ready for action by tomorrow, but that it's still unclear if he has made a decision to invade Ukraine. And while Ukraine is not a NATO member, Biden with a clear message to Putin about any broader ambitions he might have.
And make no mistake, the United States will defend every inch of NATO territory with the full force of American power.
In Moscow, after meeting with Germany's leader today, Putin said he had decided to, quote, partially pull back troops, but he was cryptic about what lies ahead.
По плану.
How will Russia act next? According to plan, Putin declared, adding he did not consider the crisis over and that his security demands to bar Ukraine permanently from joining NATO and to roll back the alliance to 1997 positions had not been met by the West. But Putin did say again he was ready to continue on the negotiating track. New satellite images over the past 48 hours show increased Russian military activity among the 150,000 troops it has around Ukraine, from military exercises in Belarus to the north to the Black Sea south. Tonight, more U.S. troops are on their way to bolster NATO allies. Several hundred soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, are deploying to Europe, part of a contingent of 3,000 troops announced last week.
And so let's bring in Terry Moran from Ukraine. He's in western Ukraine for us tonight. And Terry, Russia with a swift response tonight to President Biden's speech.
That's right, David. And it was a sneering message of contempt for something President Biden said, that the U.S. is ready to defend freedom at any price. The spokeswoman for the Russian Foreign Ministry said, and I quote, I have never seen the United States pay any price to defend freedom. Even the bills have never been paid. David?
All right, Terry, stay with us here because we want to bring in Martha Raddatz and Cecilia Vega, too. And Martha, you're learning more tonight about what an attack might look like on Ukraine.
David, the U.S. believes it would begin with electronic warfare and aerial bombardment on critical infrastructure. This followed by Russian special operations forces entering Kyiv to decapitate the Ukrainian government, with plans to complete the operation in 24 to 72 hours. But even with 150,000 troops, this would not be easy. They would face powerful resistance. This would be bloody and costly, with potentially thousands and thousands of casualties. David?
What this could potentially look like. Martha, thank you. And our chief White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, tonight. And Cecilia, the president also made it very clear today that if Russia attacks Ukraine, the swift U.S. response will very likely affect the economy here at home, saying Americans should be prepared.
Yeah, David, exactly. He's trying to convey to Americans why they should feel invested in this outcome. In no uncertain terms, he said today, if Russia does this invasion, Americans will feel this at home and it will not be painless. He said, now, I just asked the White House, what is the worst case scenario that Americans should expect if this happens? The press secretary telling me energy prices could rise. Americans will feel that at the pump. David, we have already seen gas prices rise in recent weeks because of these tensions. But the president said today, defending democracy and liberty is never without cost, David.
All right, Cecilia Vega, Martha Raddatz, Terry Moran, our thanks to you all. Our coverage of Russia and Ukraine for the night.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.